Welcome back to another video and welcome to my monthly update series. In this series I take you through the games I've been playing of a set month and the trophies I've been earning. Today I'm going to be talking about December and January purely because I didn't make a video in December just because when I looked at the games I've been playing I just didn't think there was actually enough to talk about. So today is going to be a combination of December and January and let's just get on with it. Okay, so I like to start these by looking at the comparison from the previous month. So we're going to be looking at November 2021 to January 2022. Now, the first thing you should be able to see almost immediately is the fact that I've actually earned no platinums since November of 2021. That's right. There's not been a great deal of platinums being earned. There's not been any real progression towards any particular platinums either. That's just purely because the games I've been cleaning up, which I'll talk about in a moment, and games I'm working towards some big boys, some big boy plats. Put on my big boy pants and I'm going for an ultra rare soon-ish. But as you can see, I actually have managed to earn myself about 42 trophies over 3 games. I've been playing a few games here and there. My completion percentage has gone up by 0.01%. That's right. I have completed but one more game though, so I only completed 467 in November. Now I'm on 468, which, you know, I will talk about in a moment. So I went from 212 unearned trophies to 209 unearned trophies. That's because there was a lot of cleaning up on one particular game, which I'm going to get to in a moment. My country rank has plummeted down by another 36 places. Do I really care? No, that's going to be a continuing trend for all of 2022. Probably by the end of the year, I wouldn't be surprised if I'm like around country rank 600. There's too many easy plats, I can't keep up with them. And my world rank has actually fallen out of the top 3,000 in the world as well. What are you going to do? However, 5,000 people have been viewing my account, which I think is, I think that's pretty cool. That's an achievement in itself. Also in this video, I'd like to take the time to thank a few new people who have joined the Patreon to help support PlatinumBro. A few people have joined over December and January, so I really appreciate it. So to all the newbies, thank you Eris, Deadman Walking, What a Guy, Major Black Rose, Topher, Chris Crampton, Nightly Guillermo, Felicia Steph, Raybean91, Gibby Plays Games, and Toxic Bandit. Thank you very much for joining. Welcome to the community. I really appreciate your support. And finally, once again, I'd just like to say a big thank you to actually everybody involved. You yourself for watching the video. You help make PlatinumBro continue on his path of earning more platinums and making content that nobody should really be watching, but still are watching. And once again, thank you to all of the patrons. So we've got Fire2103, Adababy It's a Boy, Vincent Jose Jr., Akima, Heather342, Zach Roberts, Matt Roy, Eris Deadman Walking, Major Black Rose, Topher, Craig Timmis, Nathan Rollins, Elizabeth Dent, Face Palmer, White Wolf 416, Richard Watts, East Dallas Kicks, Alex Mayhook, Blizzard Smith, Golden Fourth, Scott McGinns, John Willen, Philip 1146, Iron Viguni, Kush Completionist, The Great Adam, Dan Cranston, Robert Jammy, Lord Coldhouse, Scott Carson, Shouting Zombie, Trindy, Theda, Shah 0412, Brian Saurus 09, Chris Crampton, Nightly Guillermo, Felicia Steph, Rubin91, Jimmy Plays Games, and finally Toxic Bandit. There's getting quite a few names on there, I have to say. It's doing pretty well, the Patreon. I do really appreciate the support. So without further ado, let's move on to the games I've actually been playing this month. So as you can see, there's not been a lot of games being played this month. There's only been 3 games I've actually played across December and January, which is Untitled Goose Game. I may have mentioned this briefly in another video. Untitled Goose Game is a really quirky, fun goose game where you just play as this goose and you just have to annoy the AI and finish each sort of area by doing certain tasks on the list, which are like things like steal someone's shoes, turn on a hose pipe, get somebody wet, trick someone into falling into the water, trap somebody in a phone booth, like just really stupid stuff. Your goal is just to annoy the town folk of this little town that you're in. It is quite cool. The Platinum Trophy looks reasonable. It's only like a 4 out of 10. You just basically got to speedrun the game to do each of the challenges for time. And the AI is a little bit annoying, I have to say. The AI can be quite confusing and it kind of just doesn't really do what it should do, and it's so slow. It's kind of like when you're doing the speedruns, that it just takes the AI to do one stupid thing for you to have to start again. But even with that, it's only like a 10-hour platinum. Okay, so the next one, the game I've been working on a very, very long time, and that is Ghost of Tsushima. As you can see, on the 21st of January, I finally finally 100%ed this game. I really enjoyed my time with it, and even after playing it, and last year I got my hours back and it was 177 hours played, and that's not in considering I played probably 15 hours this year, so I wouldn't be surprised if I hit about 200 hours to 100% this game, which is a little higher than I thought. I really enjoyed the New Game Plus, playing through the game again, just speedrunning through it, watching the cutscenes and stuff again. It took about 12 hours and I did enjoy it, and it's just such a fantastic game. I don't think that amount of time soured the experience of the game too much, which I think speaks volumes for the quality of this game. I will however say that the Legends mode is a little bit grindy for my taste. It required probably about 80 hours in the end, which I think was way too much. It is a really fun game mode. It's great if you got 1 or 2 friends, and the raid was quite the challenge, and if myself and Heather and her partner didn't have someone joining us to guide us through that, it would have taken us a considerably longer amount of time. We were quite fortunate, and you know, it was tough but rewarding, and I'm glad I managed to get all of the trophies on Ghost of Tsushima. Okay, and the final game I've been playing is Aliens Fireteam Elite. This game is pretty fun, I have to say. It's a 3-person it's a looter shooter, but you don't realize it's a looter shooter because there's like no microtransactions in the game at all. It's literally just a AA game where you go on, you fight Xenos, you fight synths. It's completely enthralled in alien lore, most of which goes over my head because I've only seen like 2 of them, but the people I play with were in awe how good it was, and it's just a great 3rd-person shooter, and there's just so much customization, so many classes. However, it is really, really hard. It's a 9 out of 10 difficulty on PSN profiles, about 100 hours, and that's basically because the game, is really hard. So firstly, it's impossible to do solo. I mean, maybe it's not impossible, but the chance of you doing it, because you when you play single player, you have AI and they have no abilities. I think they have a grenade, where you compare that to online players who are considerably better but also have specific abilities. So that's probably why it's such a high difficulty. You need 3 players to do it with. And as well, it's kind of like you just play each level, and every level you play all of the chapters, and then once you've done all that, you then do it on a higher difficulty, then a higher difficulty, then a higher difficulty. Trophies don't stack, so you have to do it on each of the difficulties, but that's so hard, such big jumps in difficulty. You kind of just couldn't finish the game on normal, then jump to the highest difficulty, which I think is extreme, or you just couldn't do it. Insane. You just couldn't do it. It is really tough. So I'm having a lot of fun with it. And as well, the levels, there's no checkpoints. The levels are about 40 minutes long on the harder difficulty, so you're kind of playing for 30 to 35 minutes to die, to get like no XP and have to start the whole thing again. It can be challenging. It really tests your patience. I'm at the stage where I finished all of Intense, which is the 2nd lowest difficulty, so I've got the 2 hardest to do, and I've managed to do about 2 levels on the 2nd hardest. So it's about getting a really good understanding of every level layout, trying to figure out which is the best classes to take on that level, which is the best mod layout for each level, and then kind of praying to the gaming gods that you have a little bit of luck, taking the best consumables, items, power-ups you can with you, and hoping that you don't make too many mistakes. And in a game which has really large quantities of small corridors, it has a high amount of friendly fire. So you'll find literally a shotgun bullet will take a third of your health, a third of your partner's health off. So you've got to be really, really careful with where you aim, and there's a lot going on. It's a really fun game, but it is very challenging, and I'm hoping it'll be my first 9 out of 10 platinum ever. And it's a 3.95% ultra rare, which will help me work towards my ultra rare trophy goal for 2022, which is 15 ultra rare trophies. I think there's 2 in this game, so that'll put me in a good stead if I can actually do it. And that's it. There hasn't been a great variety of gameplay being done by myself over the past 2 months. Only 3 games, not a single platinum, because I was doing all of the cleanup before Ghost of Tsushima. I'm hoping to get a few more in February, just purely because we're having a challenge in the Discord. I'm hoping to get maybe 3 or 4 platinums over that time, which will make for a better monthly discussion next month. So on that, let me know down below what platinum trophies you've been earning. Comment down below. I'm sure everyone else would like to know that as well. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy.